Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
3.
Wait, I don't know what to do with my hands.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Week 12. We are finished with 3 months. 3 months of Boulder 2021. We are super excited, and we are super excited to kind of talk about wrap up, what stuck with us, what worked for you guys, what didn't work for you guys, and how this healthy lifestyle looks moving forward. Dylan, what's that look like for you? What did you take away from this?
There's so much to take away. I think in general, 12 weeks is crazy to be doing what we did for as long as we did it. 3 full months is pretty nuts. I think there's lots of takeaways personally for me, but I think really what matters most is what matters to you and what your takeaways are and what you got from this. There's so many things, so many different goals that I have compared to what you have, and finding the things that stuck with you the most are super important. So a couple of things that really stuck with me were those daily 4. I think moving forward, those 4 things, if I can incorporate those things into my life every day, I feel pretty good. The hydration is super, super important. Just making sure that I'm checking that box. Hey, I got X amount of water bottles today. I made sure that I'm like actually hydrating and drinking my water and getting my sleep, taking that 20 minutes for myself. Just those, I think those daily 4 were kind of the biggest things, biggest takeaways for me. Em?
Definitely. I think that I've said it before, taking that time during the day and making myself take 20 minutes and journal and meditate and kind of just think about how my day's going to look, how my week's going to look, how my workout's going to look, how my food planning is going to look was so important, because it's easy to kind of just run to the grocery store, get whatever, get home, and not have any idea what you're going to make and order out food. But you just went to the grocery store. So if you have a plan, use that plan. And that really helped me slow down. It helped me think about what was important. And it just gave me that time that is so important that we don't always give each other, or we give ourselves. So that was really awesome for me. I loved that. I talked to a lot of members who, like Dylan said, were super into just getting enough water per day is so important. I believe we perpetually live our lives dehydrated, and just getting that water, enough water, helps with your workout. It helps with your sleep. It helps with your cognitive abilities. It helps with everything. It makes a huge difference, and it's such a small thing that doesn't cost money, and you just do it and you feel so much better. So those are a couple things that stuck with me, and I'm definitely gonna hang on to for the remainder of my year, hopefully my life. All right, I want to talk about what does, if we fall off the wagon, if we do a really poor job for a day, a week, a month, how do we get back to where we are right now? How do we get back to this place that, hey, I feel good. I'm working out every day. I'm getting into the gym. I don't feel intimidated by food. I'm doing the best I can. Dylan, what would you say about getting back on the wagon if you fell off?
I think what's important to note is having like a baseline for yourself. I think we all kind of individually know when we feel our best, when we put things that our bodies like enjoy and can naturally really run off of well, and having that baseline and recognizing that baseline, and then knowing when we kind of deviate from that baseline. I know I feel it if I go out to dinner and I have a glass of wine, my sleep gets off, the next day I feel groggy. But from the experience that I have from kind of living a way where it's a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like harder,
more holistic,
more disciplined,
more disciplined,
yeah.
More you're giving yourself discipline so that you can have freedom.
Yeah, exactly. And knowing where my baseline is, and knowing I'm making the conscious choice to like, I'm gonna have this drink because I want to enjoy this time with my friends, or I just want to kind of let loose a little bit and have that glass of wine or eat a pizza. I mean, I love pizza. I could eat pizza every day if I wanted to, but yeah. I know how it makes me feel, and I make that conscious choice to have that pizza, knowing I'm probably not going to feel the best that I can the next day, but I want to enjoy it, and you have to enjoy your life.
And fishtailing off that a little bit, I like to think I have plenty of those days. I have tons of those days where, hey, I'm hanging out, I'm going to have some ice cream, I'm going to have some pizza. But I also am very conscious of those days where it's Sunday night and I want to hit Monday hard. I want this week to be awesome. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of appointments to go to. I have a lot of responsibility. So Sunday, I'm going to get my water. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to journal. I'm going to get those daily 4 in so that Monday I can come in swinging hard and I can feel good. So I kind of like thinking about the next day and thinking about, hey, what's going to set me up for success? And yeah, it's easy to have a beer or a glass of wine with a friend, but it's also easy to have a glass of water if my goals align with that. So thinking about what your goals are and thinking about what makes you feel the best and having a little willpower, because I think after these 3 months, we've proven to ourselves that we can do it. We have willpower. It just takes us kind of switching that psychologically in our brain and thinking about it a little bit differently.
I love it. I come back to this. I think about fishtailing off of what Emily said. I think about planning for tomorrow. I think about New Year's and how my goal for every New Year's is to wake up feeling like the best that I can. I don't want to feel hungover, even though there's a bunch of parties going on, people are having a little bit of alcohol here and there. I want to wake up on New Year's Day like 100%, like the best I've ever felt, so I can start the new year off feeling really good. And I think making those conscious choices is really our whole goal for this. Mm-hmm. I think our goal in general was to present a lot of information, and I think we presented a lot of information. There's so much in the email, so many different podcasts, so many different books. But I think we want to give those resources the best that we can, and these are resources that we think are valuable. So hopefully our main goal is to maybe let you pick out things that you find valuable and not necessarily push it on you, but present the information so if it resonates with you, you can dive deeper into those things and follow your goals, whatever aligns with your goals.
And what Dylan was saying earlier about how everybody is different. Sometimes some things are harder for me and super easy for Dylan. Some things are harder for Dylan, super easy for me. Doesn't matter. But what I would challenge you to do, go back through these emails and find an author, find a podcast host that you really like, and really dive deep into what they have to say. Because we can skim everything out there and we can just be generally knowledgeable on a lot of things, but I would challenge you to kind of take that deeper dive and commit to something and read about them, read about this author, see what else they have to say, see if anything else resonates with you. If you like just a small thing they say in the beginning, because I guarantee you there's other things that they say that you will agree with as well. And if you need to find those, we have all of this information on our website. It's in the top right side in the content area, and it's under the Boulder 2021. Every week is under there. He's put every week under there so that it's super easy for you to find. So no need to keep all of these emails in your email. Check there and you will be able to find it. If there's a month that comes up and you want to clean it up and you want to be the best that you can be, go back, do a month, go back, do a week, look at these challenges, see how you feel. Goals moving forward.
I think about your own goals. Think about things that you really want to accomplish, whether it's nutrition, whether it's around sugar, whether it's around alcohol. I think setting those parameters depending on what your goals are. We all have different goals. We all have different aspirations. Some of us aren't on nutrition. Some of us aren't on exercise. It just really depends on what you find valuable. And I think setting those goals for yourself, we finished this week 12 thinking about 1-year goals and 5-year goals. So I think really, even if you didn't do it through this whole 12 weeks or didn't even check your email, I think taking a second and really thinking about what you want to accomplish within the next year or the next 5 years will really set you up for what you want to get out of life, pretty much. And looking up those resources, there's a bunch in the emails that we send out, but looking some resources to help you achieve those goals.
I would love to end on that. I would love to end on that 1 year and 5 year goals. Let's think about that moving forward. Drop us a note below this and let us know in the gym what your goals are, and we'd love to help you get there. But guys, get after it. Thank you so much for this past 12 weeks.
Thanks, guys.